No, I won't make a sound. I love the pain. It sets me free. It's wrong, I can't make right. I love the but below you tell myself that this is the last time. It's wrong, I can't make right. Slipping off in the moonlight when I knew the truth. I hurt myself for you. On the ground, I know the truth. I know the truth. Ooh, oh no. I'm shaking now, 'cause you say those things, then shut me out. Got no clue what you have found. I'm a rose in arms, but you cut me down. It's wrong, I can't make right. I love the bottom below you tell myself that this is the last time. It's wrong, I can't make right. Slipping off in the moonlight when I knew the truth. I hurt myself for you. I know the truth. Oh no.
last minute checks. Bear with us. It's good to see we've got lots of good people in the chat, lots of new stream moderators. Wonderful stuff. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Good evening. This is Rolling Swarm. Wrestling. Well, definitely not muted. Wrestling with his computer for effective control of the stream. And if I push this magic button, there we go. Good evening, guys. Great to have you here with me once more. Game's loaded. Hey. So, we're back. It is day one. First stage round robin at the Professionals Tournament North American server. We'll be seeing tours 1 and 2 this evening. In theory, fingers crossed, we'll be watching Reign's Chaos team in their matches tonight. That promises to be fantastic. Now we've started the stream a bit earlier than we would normally, and yeah, we've got stuff to talk about from the other servers. It's good times. So first of all, point of order: if you are watching this and you want to get the coins, first thing, you can only earn coins from this stream because it is a North American stream on a North American account. So just get that cleared first and foremost, and get the music in the right order too. So yeah, only North American accounts will get North American coins from this stream. So that's worth bearing in mind. To get the coins from this stream, you need to be going to the Wargaming portal, making sure that you're logged in, and then watching it there. Don't watch this directly on my YouTube page, unless you want to be in the comments rather than getting coins. I think that's the only real difference. If you are here on my YouTube page, and I'm not quite sure, the instructions which were given to me by Wargaming, how to get the coins, are in the video description. So just expand that description, and you will have all of the instructions that you need, in theory, to get the coins. So I done my best. Maybe the moderators can help people out on chat. Surely we will have more people tuning in as the stream goes along, saying, "How do I get coins? Where are the coins?" And I can't answer you all. I'm sorry. So happy days. That is the first point of business. The second point of business. 2 points. What I'd like to do is actually just have a quick look. We got time. A couple of minutes. Let's take a quick look now at the other servers. So now, in theory, I do this. I mean, it's not bad. Like that. That's exactly the same. All right. Well, that'll do. That'll do. So here we are in Excel. Wonderful thing that is. Basically, I'm keeping track of all the different server regions here. So in North America, don't want to bore you to death with details of servers that you're not super psyched for. But basically, take-home message is Team ID lost both of their opening matches. They actually played Nub and TMNN. So that's a bit of an upset on the Asian server. And even Feast. Feast lost to Nub. So Nub looking very strong, basically beating the 2 #1 seeds. Asia, my predictions are already wrong so far. I mean, if things stay the way that they are, I have to retire as a pundit making predictions for Asia. So basically we can see 2 teams with a clean sheet going into tours 3 and 4 tomorrow. 4 teams, 1 point. 2 teams, no points on the board. XR and ID. So Asia's a bit interesting. Russia, 3 teams 2-0, 2 teams 1-1, 3 teams 0-2. C4, no surprises here. C4 doing very well. Wizard, who had an absolute stormer of a qualifying session, suffering actually at the hands of Mercy and OLRCY. Wizard, I think Aptuk is following Wizard. They are pegged to do quite well, and at the moment, at least in tours 1 and 2 on Russia, not delivering the goods. And then over on the EU, the invite to the room's come up, so we'll just go over EU nice and quickly. EU, well, as they would say in Maltese, Hanaidlek, which means let me tell you. Raid, current Twister 2018 World Champions, went 0-3 in both matches. They are currently scoreless. They lost in an absolute upset in the first game to Easy, and then went on to lose against Eros. So we're seeing R2K and Eros 2-0. That's pretty standard, but Raid with no points on the board, we could be seeing a huge power shift on the European server and globally if we consider that Raid are the current world champions. So just having a look now, North America, teams in the professional tournament: Straight, Void, Hater, Pincer, Primal, Rain, Chaos, Rain, and Von. Those are your top 8 on the North American server. Now let's go back to the garage. Magic. That's... Ooh, well, we've got a crate to open first. Yay, boosters! Happy days. And we've got a tournament invite. Let's see who we're following. I'm thinking Rain Chaos, probably Rain, but it's Wargaming, so who knows? Rain Chaos! Fantastic stuff. Normally, we will be following the Rain, I don't want to say first team, Rain's team called Rain, with TJ, Mo, and a lot of the other key former Primal players. But for today, we had a look at the lineup and we said, actually, the best games, I believe it's Chaos are playing Void and Primal, and those teams are, well, definitely not muted, thank God. Sorry, I'm having like PTSD flashbacks. Yeah, so these matches promise to be the best. Now, I've just made sure we're definitely ready, so we're not missing any action. And actually, what we can do, first map is Middleburg. Let's go over to www.stratsketch.com. Brilliant resource for anyone planning strategies and trying to convey what they want their teammates to be doing on the battlefield. That, once again, www.stratsketch.com. I'm here. I've loaded up the Middleburg map, which we're going into first. Yep, Supremacy. For those of you, I mean, you're probably all very familiar with this, but for those of you who don't know, the map basically, it's not displaying correctly for whatever reason here. We're over it. We can see enough of the map. We can work with it. So basically, from this 4 along, it's uphill. The C cap is the medium cap, and then obviously in the city you have A and B. These, while being closer together, typically in randoms you'll find teams will try and dominate the high ground first. Obi-Wan Kenobi would be proud of us all, and then looking to pressure the city. And what we've actually seen on the EU server, and even a little bit on the, well, actually no, what we saw on EU from the games that I watched, we've seen like some very good play in the city, some early blitz plays, kind of forcing, getting good land control around the A cap. First Alliance, actually, they had a really good map. We've got a minute to go before we go into the game. First Alliance had a really great game against Win, and they won. They dominated C. They let Win secure A and B. They brought a 140 in down here. They had 250Bs here, and they had like a whole pile of mediums playing around this area. They got them trapped in a pocket, and they just squeezed. And it was, I mean, beautiful strategy. For anyone who's wondering, pro tip that we learned from the EU server is that a T22 can operate here and basically keep A completely neutral forever. Brilliant operating space for the T22 here. But going back now to the game, 15 seconds to go. Supremacy Middleburg, reminder, this is a best of 5, first team to 3 victories takes home the win. Overall, the whole point. We're seeing Void, Eclipse team, double E50Ms. Nice move. Both teams looking like they're building on an IS-4 core. But you know, Void, double IS-4, double 113, E3 for the city, double E50Ms for the hill. We've got Void, Eclipse, Red Team, South Spawn, Rain, Chaos, Blue Team, North Spawn. Rain playing with quadruple IS-4s, double Russian mediums, 140 T62 Alpha and a 268. I favor Eclipse for the hill. Certainly they've got the tanks to push in aggressively. V-Glory and N13. The 113s, Coyote, Tango, and Odium coming up in support. Tommy, Tank. Oh, actually, Rain. Nice passive play here. Rain potentially. Well, they're capping. They've capped A. That's Levi in A. Does he have support? He does. Ammo racks in the backfield. Rain with A. 1 cap to 2. Now, I can see what Chaos are trying to do here. They're hoping to bait the enemy. But actually, Void Eclipse, very well played. They've capped C and B. And they're saying, hey, you know what? We actually don't need to go anywhere near the enemy. We can just sit here. We can sit tight. And we'll pick up the win. Rain know that they need to put on pressure, change momentum, moving in force. All 7 tanks now up the hill. Katsi in the IS-4 pushing in first, making pressure for C. What we can expect is a nice counter rotation from Void Eclipse towards B. Doesn't look like Rain. Nice HE roll there from N13. And what we can expect to see is potentially Cade. Cade 18. Is it Cade or KD? I think it's Cade. Ah, but I forget the pronunciation. He told me. They'll be making a push for... Well, we'd expect a push for A, but actually, it seems like a sensible move. Now, Rain have got A and C. Void Eclipse will be meeting Chaos on the hill. Let's slow down the free cam speed just a little bit, so we're not zooming everywhere. Chaos, very cohesive formation. Maybe N13. Eclipse need to... I think they need to push A. It'll give them a gun disadvantage, but if they don't get A, they are going to get a lot of cap pressure. They currently hold about a 100 cap point lead over Chaos, but Chaos are looking to drive home that advantage. Coyote, Tango in a world of trouble, going down, getting pushed. Here comes the hammer of Chaos. 1 gun advantage. Odium now next in store, down by 630. Mendukasai goes down. Oh, but the hit points are still neck and neck. Rain with... Well, they're closing the cap point gap. They're leading hit points slowly, but they need to make sure that they get the next kill in. Keeping DPM on the field will be kill key. Katsi, low HP Katsi with the kill. Cora coming in. N13 goes down to Tommy. Cora looking to pick up Katsi. Levi coming into the back of Cora. Tommy engaging V-Glory. Rob78 coming in through the middle. And Chaos take it with a nice strong move over C. Both teams quite evenly matched in terms of tank compositions. No obvious edges there for either team. Certainly same number of heavies, same number of mediums, 1 TD apiece. But poor Coyote Tango got absolutely bull rushed. There's a bloody mosquito here. Mosquito season has begun in Malta. Coyote Tango doing an absolutely stunning job. So let's just see. So Chaos, we've got 1 minute to go. Let's go back over to Strat Sketch. So yeah, we saw here. There we go. We've got a little pinger on the board. Rain making an initial move for A. Similarly, Eclipse. They got the C cap with the W50Ms. They got B. Rain made a very strong rotation back up through C. That was a good call. Now Eclipse, I'm not sure. I think if they'd gone to push A, that might have triggered the Chaos push earlier, because Chaos would have known that they would have had a gun advantage. However, what was happening were Eclipse were on the back foot, and I think as soon as Rain had both caps and had stacked all the tanks over C, they kind of had a win-win situation. Either they win on cap points, or they force WoT Eclipse to give them the gun advantage on the hill. So there were really not many moves for Eclipse there. I think maybe the best thing Eclipse could have done would have been to pull back into the city, cap A and B, and set up defensive positions there. But very risky, great moves by Chaos, to be honest. But Eclipse doing everything right as well, just getting outplayed on the big rotation up to the hill, and losing the city cap. And losing C, actually, that was crucial. But we're going in. Same lineup for Chaos, and it is WoT Eclipse just throwing the old playbook out the window. Quintuple IS4, E4, Coyote Tango in a 183. And this, well, now Rain, they know that Eclipse are going for the city. What do they do with C? Do they bother with C? I think they need to. I think they need that cap pressure, but I think they know that they have to play soft on B. Certainly, Wolfie. Nice little icy camouflage there. Nice crossfire coming in. Tommy and, well, they're not going for C. They're looking to put crossfire in. They're punishing. And actually, no, Tommy is now making a move for C. That makes a lot of sense. Eclipse with an early B. They haven't actually got A. That's an interesting move. They've forgone A. That's basically meant that they can get Coyote Tango into a very interesting position. It's quite far forwards. Hit points neck and neck. Cap points 1 kill in the favor of Eclipse. Eclipse, it's going to be V-Glory. No, not V-Glory, sorry. N13. N13 will cap A. Eclipse will see their cap pressure ramping up rapidly. They've got the 183. Now, this is where Eclipse maybe wanted to be in the last game. And now, Chaos have the tricky task of working out how to crack this Void nut, because Void are digging in. Now potentially there's a weak link here. V-Glory off on the side, but I mean he's not isolated. So I mean, just is not so isolated. But Rain are coming in. They're coming in through this kind of blind spot here on the city, and they're gonna dig into Tantan and Lone Ranger. Tantan and Lone Ranger need to get out of there, but Tantan too strong. Bounces, but he is holding on for dear life. And now good rotation. N13 and Lone Ranger shielding Tantan. Great push by Chaos. They've locked in B. Eclipse in force, protecting Tantan, but now Coyote Tango fires. And Tantan goes down. Gun advantage to Chaos. Coyote isolated on the reload. V-Glory Odium rotating round. Eclipse, a gun down, losing the cap point lead. Potentially in a lot of trouble here. They need to. That's a good hit from Coyote into Katsi. And now Tommy, the Russian medium's coming in. Kora looking to get a shot into Katsi. Eclipse desperate to level the playing field. Oh, Lone Ranger blocking Odium's shot. That's a bit of poor play. V-Glory gets another shot into Amorax. It's a low roll. He goes down. Amorax holding on with 107. Look, there are about 6 one-shots for Chaos. Chaos doing a much better job of focus fire. Their hit point pool is so much lower, but they've got... Oh, now they're going down. N13 could do a monster carry here. Backed up by Lone Ranger. They've got a deep hit point pool. They need to whittle down those guns. Coyote Tango is still kicking around. It's now a 3-on-5. Tommy, this is vital. Does he get Coyote? He does! Chaos. Look at that. 62, 264, 345. Masterful hit point control there. Well, I wouldn't say masterful, maybe fortunate. I think Eclipse just not executing those one-shot kills effectively enough. Although Eclipse were leading in terms of HP, if you keep losing DPM potential without shutting down your opponents, Math Hammer will get swung at you and it will knock you off your feet. It's our first cheesy line of this evening. And you can see here the damage numbers pretty much neck and neck, but Chaos keeping in an extra 3 guns, which is now we've got a minute to go. We're going into Vineyards. Good lord, we don't have a Vineyards one. Ah, we're right. We don't have a Vineyards. We won't go to Vineyards. You know Vineyards. You've been there. You've driven it. We're all playing the same game. So Blue Monkey Gaming, New Jersey, popcorn and beers. Good man. Good man. Fantastic stuff. And JD plays from Vancouver. Brilliant stuff. But yeah, it looks like Chaos are taking Void to task. Only one map though. Maybe Chaos very well versed on Middleburg. Eclipse need to shut them down on Vineyards. It's a best of 5 match point currently to Chaos. One more victory will seal the deal for them. Yeah. So there's that. Going in, Eclipse. Nice spread of tanks. Not like overly heavily or overly light. Good balance. 2 TDs. 4 heavies. A light. Tan too strong. Not rocking a pro avatar. Calling to watch B. Chaos. The double bat chats. That is nice to see. It's ammo racks. Ammo racks for Chaos. Barreling towards C. Saxy taking a nice safe route to B. In first as well. V-Glory not going for A. Looking to get cap control here. Putting pressure on. Is V-Glory biting off a lot? Does he have support? He does. He is... Oh, what a wonderful spot to reset from. And Saxy is taking a lot of fire. Saxy has been denied B. Great spot here for V-Glory. Going deep, getting secure. Got cover from teammates behind him. And now, well, Chaos still got C before Eclipse were able to grab A. Saxy in trouble. Down to about half health. Not spotted. Getting out of there pretty safely. Great camo on the bat chat and letting you do things like that. V-Glory spotted by Tommy. And we see Eclipse once more. They're on the back foot, but they have a slight HP advantage. Cade 18 needs to look after his hit points. But he does need to support V-Glory. He's got N13 Odium. Cora behind him. Tan too strong. And Lone Ranger blocking up the middle. Chaos not exploiting this flank here. They went into C. And now Chaos are locked into their spawn. That is potentially a problem for Chaos. They don't have map control. They don't have awareness. And if you look at the minimap, Chaos are occupying about 25% of the overall playing field. This leaves them vulnerable to crossfire and flanking. The question is, can Void realize this? Can they capitalize on it? Certainly Void are similarly locked into 25%, but Void could also, and it looks like they're doing it. We're seeing Cora Odium N13 flexing back across over A, looking to get some novel shots in. At the same time, Amorax and Saxy are flanking. We're going to see N13 Tan too strong, potentially catching the bat chats off guard here. Amorax spotted. Amorax in the open. Amorax miraculously is still alive. Odium looking for the shots. Oh, Amorax is alive. No, he's not alive anymore. He was alive purely by the virtues of chance, but at the same time, Chaos have taken down V-Glory. Now Cade, 18, has had to get out of dodge. He's put pedal to the metal and has burned out of there quite safely. Lone Ranger anchoring down the Eclipse team around B. Katsi looking to cap B, should get B at the same time. Tantan getting C. Eclipse, they've got a gun. They've taken down Tommy. They've got a gun advantage. They're about to get a cap advantage. They've got a 100-point cap lead. And they've got good map control, good positioning here. And for the first time this evening, we are seeing Chaos on the back foot. Lone Ranger potentially in trouble. Cap pressure, though, becoming a very real factor. Tankula 15 in the 268 needs to put pressure on Lone Ranger. But Cade will be... Ooh, Wolfie's bitten off more than he can chew. Cade tracked. Gets a hit into Tankula. Saxy coming in to respond. N13 protecting Cade 18 from the side. Eclipse really dominant, very strong, with a almost unassailable hit point lead. Yes, this is Eclipse's game. N13 takes down Wolfie. Cade will go down to Saxy, but it is game over. Ooh, gets a cheeky bounce. And Eclipse hanging in there. Now 2-1 to Chaos, still match point. Can Eclipse take this? Can they tie it up 2 for 2, force a tiebreaker? Very well played by Eclipse on that map. Chaos, I think letting themselves get stuck in that pocket was a mistake early on, and then obviously to try and get out of that, they had to flex the bat chats, and the timing didn't work when we consider what basically Eclipse did the same thing, but with more tanks and heavier hitters, alpha hitters, and actually Chaos could have come off a lot worse from that exchange. I think it was Amorax certainly stayed alive for 10 or 15 seconds longer than he should reasonably have expected to. But we're going back into Vineyard, swapping the spawns. Chaos still with the match point. Eclipse needing to win this one and the tiebreaker to take home the win. Looking evenly matched though, perhaps Chaos dominant on Middleburg. Do Eclipse have Vineyards down to a T? The map choices being so important at this level of play when we start seeing strategies on the field. Love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. What's happening? Let's just check this. Well, we've hit ready. We ain't gonna miss the action. It looks like Eclipse, both teams will be rocking the both teams will be rocking the double bat chat formation. It's probably one of the best ways to work bat chats on this kind of open field map. They hit so hard. The double clippers working together in unison, or pairing off even to do really good map control shenanigans. Both teams double bat chats. Both teams with a heavy core. Both teams with a 268 gun line. The only variant being Odium is the IS-7. So we've got Void, Eclipse, Red Team, South Spawn, Rain, Chaos, Blue Team, North Spawn, Levi, and Saxy. Bat chats for Chaos. Hammering their way. First in A, 2 on A for Chaos. Stacking that. Lining up. Look at this. They're pointing to run. V-Glory coming in for the spots. Looking for the reset. Doesn't get it. Does get a shot in. And Saxy and Levi punished. But they've got the cap early on. Eclipse with a 1k HP lead. Tommy, IS-4 for Chaos in the central position. Opposite number, Tantan too strong. Tantan too strong. I'm too OP. It's always good to believe in yourself. Levi, we're seeing Are both teams flexing for C? Yes, both teams are now flexing for C. The Bat Chats, Coyote Tango will meet, well, actually, Eclipse potentially. Both teams here running mirror strats. We've got Coyote Tango and Levi both lining up in the city, both expecting this. Be Glory and Coyote Tango ready to go. Tommy is still looking strong. Odium, well, he's hull down, but he's pushed deep. Potentially, well, he's backed up by the 268 N13, but Odium here potentially in an overmatch situation. Are Chaos reading this? They scrimmage. Do they scrimmage against Void? Are they reading the situation correctly? As soon as Eclipse triggers C, we're going to see potentially a Chaos rush. Chaos is stacking everyone but Tommy. Levi takes it. Ooh, now C's gone. That's C gone. Catsy is coming in. Along with Wolfie, the 268 will get a shot into them. Gets a shot into Wolfie. Odium bounces both. Eclipse looking good. 2 KHP lead. Tommy in trouble. Tommy now getting rushed on the other side of the field. Tommy not doing as good a job of bouncing at the HP. Eclipse looking dominant. And they're coming. V-Glory. It's a gun down a piece, but the hit points are firmly in the favor of Eclipse. They've also got 2 caps to 1. Saxy escapes by the skin of his teeth. V-Glory looking for another shot into Amorax. Gets it, but it's Tan too strong with the kin. Tank Killer misses. And Eclipse look like they've got this one in the bag. Now they are just wrapping it up. Certainly a 3-to-1 HP ratio, 8 hit point ratio. Katsi, Saxy, Tank Killer 15. Not much they can do here. Cora coming in for a big hit. He's loading. He'll take down Katsi just to prove a point. Oh, max roll. But Katsi is still hanging in there. Resisting. And that is 2 for 2. We're going to the tiebreaker. Whew. Exciting times. Chaos bleeding hit points early on. Tommy in isolation didn't bounce as many shots as I believe it was Odium. Did a really good job of holding on there. I mean, took 10 shots to bring him down. He was also backed up with N13 in support, so Eclipse were able to chip away at Chaos's hit point pool effectively. That left them in a really good situation late game. Similar number of guns on the table, slight advantage to Eclipse. They also had the 2 cap advantage plus a 3-to-1 HP advantage. And when you're in that kind of situation, it's very difficult to come back when you're in the position the Chaos found themselves in. Now we're going to Dynasty's Pearl. Let's see. We do have a briefing for Dynasty's Pearl. And it's done it again to us. Let's see. WoT Blitz. Dynasty's Pearl. Is it just because we're... Create that briefing. Is it just because we're going back into a new... No, it just is. That's just it. It is ready. Okay. Dynasty's Pearl. B is the risky cap. C is the medium cap. A is the kind of the... It's a gamble. It's in the heavy area, but you've got flanking opportunities around the back of A. It's... Dynasty's Pearl I know that it really... These kind of flat, very low terrain resistance routes, they enable teams to do really good heavy rotations through the city. So basically you can have Mouse and E100 tanks turning up in places where you don't expect them. But now we're going in to the tiebreaker. Eclipse 2, Chaos 2, Void, Eclipse, Red Team, Southbourne, Rain, Chaos, Blue Team, Northspawn. Both teams... Eclipse, no lights or mediums on the field. Quadruple IS4 as the core. Double Mouse E3 in support. Rob 78 in the turretless TD. Amorax, confident to rush A. It's a bold move. He doesn't know if he's safe or not. He's out. He's decided that he's not hanging around. Or was that a mistake? At the same time, looking at Chaos's lineup, Triple IS4, Mouse 268E3, they've got more diversity, but they are much softer. The 268 and the Batchat 25T give them more kind of dynamic options. They've got A early, but Eclipse will lock in C quite comfortably. Tankula. Oh, Tankula and Tommy looking vulnerable here. Looking very vulnerable. Tommy now getting pushed by Odium and N13. We're seeing an overmatch. He doesn't have support. He's isolated at the same time. Oh, Tommy is getting punished at the same time. V-Glory coming in through the middle, getting B. Chaos are in a bit of a bind here. Katsi bleeding HP, Mouse in the open. Eclipse with fantastic position. They've got Chaos surrounded. Chaos bleeding, hit points, losing 2 guns already. Eclipse, this is their game to lose. Coyote Tango holding on, but Eclipse looking very strong. V-Glory, Cora, 2 very healthy Mouse tanks barreling in. It's now 6 on 3. N13 low. Levi and oh god, that's a hard name to pronounce. The 268. I mean, there's not much they can really do here. The 268 fluffs it. N13 will look for the flank. V-Glory pushing in at the same time. Amorax, the only mobile tank on the field, is about to take a big hit. Oh, he's caught between hard decisions, and Rob78 gets a big hit in, and Tantan shuts him down. And, well, Levi and the 268 now. I don't really think there's much that 2 turretless TDs can do, especially if you miss a mouse at point blank range. Especially if you miss a mouse at point blank range. And that 268, well, he's going down. He's gone down. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a comeback. Eclipse 0-2 down, winning 3 games back-to-back to take home a point versus Reign's Chaos team. And yeah, look at the damage numbers there, very telling. Reign with a dynamic lineup just weren't really able to resist the sheer weight of armor Void were throwing at them, especially Void coming in a nice cohesive formation, encircling the Chaos team in that sort of C area, putting them in nasty crossfire situations, denying them an armor advantage, maximizing their own DPM effectiveness. And that was, well, beautiful, absolutely beautiful by Eclipse. And don't we just love a comeback? So that is the end of Tour 1. Yeah, just a kind reminder to you all, if you are enjoying the stream, to do please tap that like button. Every like counts. We can go to Wargaming and say, hey look, they like us. So we are now waiting. I think we've got about another 15 minutes to go. Yeah, we've got 15 minutes to go before the next match. So that's 10 minutes before the next invite comes up. So let's see scores on the doors. Ta-da, here we are. This is, if you go to if you follow the link. That is such a weird broken. Okay. The website is working fine, but the address in the address bar is very wrong. Anyway, we can see Reign beating Hated, Crimson Tide. Pretty, I mean, that's what we'd expect. Maybe not so vicious a beating, 3-0. Primal beating Pincer. That's a tough loss for Pincer. Vaughn losing to Aim True. And we had the most closely contested game. 3-1, sorry, straight beating Vaughn. Eclipse beating Chaos 3-2. That is An interesting scoreboard so far. Let's see what's the schedule coming up. Oh, good lord! I hate the way that the matches are organized from kind of like the furthest away at the top to the closest at the bottom. So you kind of have to scroll through all of these matches. And just to kind of explain the format for those of you who maybe don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, this is the... so we've got Rain's other team. Rain will play Pincer Team Scorpion at the next fixture. That is, yeah, it's in 15 minutes time. Hated Crimson Tide will play Straight Aim True. That'll be a very important game for Straight, having just beaten Vaughn. They will be very keen to pick up another win going out of day one, 2-0. Certainly, this is probably the best lineup for them to do that. Arguably, Hated, Vaughn, and Straight are the underdogs in this top 8 on North American server. Of course, all the teams here, they're in the professionals tournament for a reason. That is because they are good teams, and you cannot argue to the contrary. They all fought their way to be here in strongest versus weakest matchmaking. So, however you feel about that, they're here and they mean business. But certainly, Straight, Hated, and Vaughn, at least in my opinion, they have a tough road ahead of them. Not impossible though. So for Straight, this is their best opportunity. Hated, they have a shot at not coming out of day one 0-2. Vaughn, well, we've just seen Eclipse come back from 0-2 down in their fixture versus Chaos to win it 3-2. So Vaughn have got a very, very tough fixture ahead of them. Eclipse operating well under pressure. Now, Rain should be pretty confident against Pincer, but Pincer are no slouches, and it would be folly to be complacent versus Pincer. The game that I think we're seeing next, fingers crossed, is Primal versus Chaos. That's a big one. For Chaos, it's a tough day one. I would say that kind of Chaos and Pincer, at least in my mind, are mid-tier. At the top, kind of the top 3, the ones to beat, as far as I can tell, on the North American server. It's Rain, Primal, and Eclipse. So I would place those ones as top 3. Now Chaos have shown that they took Eclipse almost to task early on, and they just couldn't deliver that final victory. So this will be an important one for Primal, obviously looking to shore up a 2-0 sheet on day one. That'll help them probably keep up with Rain and Eclipse. Chaos, though, for them, an early win here could be very important. Now, it's worth bearing in mind that this is a double round robin system, so each team will play each other team twice. So it's a total of 14 matches per team. And what we saw, this is the same format as the Twister Top 8, the online finals, the qualifiers to go to the offline in Minsk in 2018. Now, what we saw in the kind of the round robin stage is if you can get 9 victories, you're basically guaranteed, pretty much guaranteed a spot in the top 4. 8 victories almost guarantees it, but we saw on the North American server in Twister, 2 teams with, I think it was North American server, 2 teams with 8 victories, and it was actually tie broke. The tie was broken on the margin of victory, the scores of those games when they played each other. So, like the results of the games when they played each other. So 8 games, you're looking to win 8 to 9 games out of 14 fixtures to get through to the top 4. That's all you really need to worry about for the time being. Just that, you know. Just racking up 8 wins versus some of the best teams on your server. Don't sweat it. But then, if you get to the top 4, the top 4 is a double elimination in the best of 7 format, with the grand finals being a best of 9. So really, the target for all these teams is to make the top 4. Certainly, Raid on the EU server came in 4th and then went on to win the whole damn thing. So, you know, the round robin, it's just to make the top 4, really. I mean, there's some prizes, but these guys are in it to win it. So they are really focused on the prizes. Now, we've got a couple of minutes before the invites come through. So let's go back to the garage. We've got another set of boosters to collect. Combat boosters, don't you know? I'm nervous for chat. I'm nervous for chat. So let's oh, red right hand. Great to see you, buddy. Discord chat. Just checking in. And let's see. Good lord, we put out a shout for some replays. We've got some time. Let's just click one and see how we go. Oh. Well, it's a pitch. Dragon Krieg. He's said this is the most disgusting thing you'll see today. I don't know if that's a good thing. Let's do it. It's a good sales pitch. I am intrigued. I am intrigued. This is Dragon Krieg Rain. He's in the Louvre. It's a tier 8 7 game, 4 tier 8s, 3 tier 7s. We're back on Vineyards, where Eclipse really pulled the carpet from underneath Chaos's feet in those 2 games. Beautiful, the Twisted Crate camo. You backed the right horse in the crates. I think you got this camo. Look at that. Absolutely superb. I am envious. Driving over the football. Now, he says this is the most disgusting thing that I see. Honestly, he didn't give me... I've got no screenshots. I don't know how much damage he does. I don't know anything, like, about his performance. I mean, so far, we're underwhelmed. But we have high hopes. And You Smell... That's a good name. I've got to hand it to You Smell. That is a good name. Ooh, nice snapshot. Low roll on the AP. I think that's a low roll. Feels like a low roll. Is he looking to get another shot in? Oh, bounces. We've had a miss hit and a bounce. So far, so good. I mean, he's capping. So far, I'm confused. I'll never trust you again, Dragon Krieg, if this is not disgusting. I mean, if you win on cap, I would be unimpressed. Unimpressed, I tell you. Nope. I'm waiting for something brilliant, and it better not be a cap. Dragon Krieg. In through the side. Oh no, it's a win by cap, isn't it? That is most upsetting. Oh. He's out. The cap got up to 100 and didn't trigger. That is hilarious. It's not disgusting, but it is hilarious. But look at this, Dragon Krieg. He could have won it. He could have the win already, and he was like, you know what? No. Good. I mean, I approve. I do approve of that, to be honest. I mean, we're not even past 1k damage here. Nice snapshot into the AMX. We're just keeping an eye. The invite will be through in about a minute or so. We've got time. We're good. Into the IS-5. There's 3 enemies left. Here comes the AMX. Oh! Snapshots. The SU-152. Track. Nice ram damage. Nice kill on the IS-5. And now looking to pick up. No, doesn't get it. Dragon Krieg, I feel that you have... I've been sold short. Let's see. Interesting. I think that's the most inappropriate room name that we've ever had. So let's just go into the proper room. We are ready. And it is Rain's Chaos team versus Primal. Dragon Krieg, you and I need to have a chat about interesting gameplay. So, let's see. Waiting for Chaos. We're going into Castilla. Okay. We join that briefing. Ah, what is happening? Interesting. Well, for whatever reason, StratSketch is just being a pain at the moment. Castilla. Show me Castilla. No. Haha. Oh, I've managed to figure it out. There we go. Okay, so Rain, Chaos are piling in. Primal already here. Let's go over to StratSketch. I fixed it. I can see all of the map. Isn't that lovely? So, what I was saying actually on the EU server, and what holds to be very, very true, is that Castilla, whilst being one of my favorite maps of all time, because it is so varied and dynamic, that's part of the problem in the competitive scene. This is not a symmetrical map. There are lots of unique considerations to take into account whether you're playing from the north or from the south spawn. So that's the interesting. The pinger is, I mean, my cursor's here. You see the cursor? And it's clicking over there. We can work with this. Okay, we can project. So basically, if you're in the north spawn here, you've got some nice positions around. Okay, we can't work. Basically, I'll use the cursor. You can see the cursor, pretty much. Nice positions here for denying C. Some really good... Basically, up here, you can control the windmill and C, but you can be isolated. However, there's also some good TD bushes here, which can provide support to tanks which are retreating back from those places. Those TD bushes also provide cover fire into A, and there's a nice gun line here. You can get a nice bat shot up onto that hill, spotting over to C. You can do lots of, like, you've got a good amount of map control from the north spawn, and it all centers on this kind of ridge, and having like a kind of a deep city area to operate from. So you've got a nice gun line ridge, a nice city area. The south spawn, however, you've got a better approach. You've got a better approach up to the Castilla. Certainly, you can get along this road. You can get up to the Castilla, control this area. You've got a safer route to B, but it's hard to cap because there's crossfire. You've got a more direct route to B, but you don't have a lot of city area to hide in and play with. You've got a deeper area on C, but it's hard to base your TDs out of here. You do have the ramp to kind of proxy spot the city area, get spots off to the ridge, spots across here, but then you're isolated. And playing here is a bit risky, shall we say. So just jumping back now into the game. Primal, Chaos. Primal taking a very... We're seeing double bat chats. I haven't really seen this sort of be worked. And now Chaos just stepping away from the pro avatars. I think that they're feeling sad after losing to Eclipse. And it is Chaos blue team this time, Southspawn. So Chaos blue team, Southspawn, Primal red team, Northspawn. Chaos with triple IS4, 140, 268 STB, and a bat chat. Primal bat chat, double bat chat, E50M. Both teams bringing 3 mobile tanks to the field, backed up by a Russian heavy core. Well, not really a core for Primal, an IS4 and an IS7, double 268s. Primal stacking the TDs, and that makes sense because they have the ridgeline. That's the TD spot we were talking about on Strat Sketch. This is the other TD spot we were talking about. We've got Raikkonen in that corner spot, overwatching C, Tana and A7X0 in the deep city area for the Northspawn. Enzyme and Unique proxy spotting A, looking to get spots in for the TDs. Unique playing a little bit bold. Amorax similarly. Amorax getting hammered, but he's got a good position, but it cost him dearly. Bat chats on either side getting punished. And then where we can see here, Wolfie for Chaos. Amorax holding on with 82 HP. It's just a matter of time before someone shuts him down. Wolfie not really in an effective firing position. Kind of playing a patient waiting game. The 140 for Chaos rotating round. Tankula 15, the 268 on the kind of the less effective gunline ridge from the Southspawn. Mandukusai in that position. You're talking about strong close control over B, but not many options in terms of where to go other than kind of rotate around these 2 buildings off to his left or fall back into the ditch. Not ideal options. Tommy and Katsi not really controlling Tommy in the SDB in a nice, this is a great spot to play in randoms. He's rotating background, leaving Katsi a little bit alone. This is, well, this is very interesting. I'm noticing that one of the mods saying Primal has the most experience out of any clan. I would tend to disagree. Primal, well, Primal's top team bled a lot of players to Rain, the other Rain team. Actually, a lot of the top clans bled players, kind of an amalgamation in the Rain team. Rain's Rain team, not the Chaos team that we're seeing here. So actually the Primal squad that we see here, it's not Primal as we know and love them from Twister 2018. And now Rain with a nice concerted rotation, flushing past Amorax, keeping him safe. The 140 picks up a good bounce. Rain, Mendukusai has got B. Katsi is in that nice little ramp we were talking about earlier on Strat Sketch. Solid position there. Tana not really making any moves. Doesn't... I mean, he could get A. That would stop the cap points, but they don't know. Unique takes a hammering. Chaos looking strong. They've regained the hit point lead. They still have a very weak Batchat 25T, but he carved out enough of the map for Chaos to be able to take B quite confidently. Rain now, well, A is pretty much useless. It would be a very long road to try and flank them around the back of that, and Raikkonen takes a hit. And he is pulled back. Chipotle is life 23, even Steven 98. Protecting Raikkonen, they're kind of unspotted. They hit. Chipotle looking for hit into Wolfie. Tanner coming in support, looking to clip out Wolfie. Raikkonen's going down. He'll take Wolfie down with him though. Oh, Rain. Oh, it was a bad push. It's cost them guns. 2 for 1. Hit points. They've lost a lot. Katsi gets a shot in to Tanner, but Tanner is not hanging around for the rest of the party. And Primal also resetting B. It was a wonderful bait with Raikkonen in the IS-7, and the 268s punished Chaos. And Chaos really, they weren't expecting the 268s to be waiting for them. Primal knew that Raikkonen was just too good for Chaos to pass up. And now A7XO to finish off Mendukusai. Shuts him down. It's now Tankiller in the 268 and Amorax. But they're 5 to 1 HP. There's just nothing they can do. There is really nothing they can do. Amorax goes down. And now it is just a matter of time before Tankiller is shut down. Looks like it's going to be even Steven with the kill shot. It is Primal playing a very, very patient game. Good position, good control, good use. All of the friend requests. We like friend requests. We don't accept room and platoon requests. So, yeah, I mean, damage numbers on the board firmly in favor of Primal. Amorax had a key role to play. I don't know if he didn't go there fast enough or if they weren't expecting him to take so much damage on the crossing, but that really limited Chaos's effectiveness when he tried to make that crossing. I mean, that was really that was really something. Okay, so we've got 1 minute to go. Let's just flick over back to strategies. Yes, Amorax. He was kind of around the C area, and he took so much damage, and then he was stuck here with 82 HP. And the key moment, well, Mendukusai came from the defensive position on B, over B, capped B. We had Tanner in the back chat for Primal. He could have gone for A, but didn't. That was a wise move. It meant that Primal kept all of their firepower basically in this top area here. And they used Raikkonen. He took a lot of damage in quick succession. Chaos then used that. They basically pushed across pretty undetected. They had like 3 or 4 heavies stacked here. And they thought, okay, it's now or never. We need to take this kill. We need to take the corner. And they were thinking maybe Primal are looking this way. Maybe they're TDs and not paying so much attention, but the TDs were. And as soon as Rain came over, basically they lost 2 guns here. And Raikkonen, well, it was not a good trade, shall we say. But we're going back into Castilla now, bearing in mind that it is one of the most asymmetrical maps in the game. So maybe the fortunes will be reversed. maybe not. Primal red team south spawn this time. Rain's chaos team, blue team north spawn. And lineups looking different and fresh for Chaos. Double 50Bs, double 268, IS4, Batchat, Mouse. Katsi and the Mouse is basically going to be, I mean, if he's detected early, easy pickings. Double Batchats, Rush B. You don't see this very often anymore. And look at this, facing to run away. They've got the cap. They'll take a little bit of damage getting out of there. Will they? They don't. They're not spotted. Pramo with an early lead, capping B. Unique and Enzyme getting out of there. Even Steven, 268 defending B. Katsi. Katsi's... No, not Katsi. That's Katsi. Katsi's bled. Well, quite a lot of damage. It's 2 hits or a big TD round across the table. We talked about the lineups. Pramo have got double 268 as well. 268 getting a lot of love on the North American server. We've got a Mouse SDB double Batchat 50B. The double Batchats used so far by Pramo quite well, and they were used for a quick double cap on B. Now Unique using the soft cover. He is the eyes for Pramo back through their spawn on this flank. Now we're seeing Chipotle is life. Even Steven Katsi! Oh, bleeding HP. Chaos not having a good time of it at all on that flank. And even here, the 268's taking a beating. Chick69 going down though. Wolfie should be able to pick up the kill shot. Chicks will get a little bit of damage in. Doesn't quite manage it. Enzymes here. First, well, it's a gun down a piece. Primal with a strong HP lead, though. Shells sailing over left, right, and center. Ah! Oh! Chipotle is life. Saving the bacon of Enzyme, maybe for a little bit. Can Enzyme get out? Can he do it? I don't think he can. He can't. 2 guns down a piece. Cap point still in the favor of Primal. Primal with a 3k 8, well, just under 3k. Now a 3k HP lead. Unique, he's hustled. Now he's in the opposite corner of the map, looking to get cross shots in into Mendukasai. Raikkonen and Tana playing the middle. Wolfie exposed. Mendukasai bleeding hit points. Tana with the cross shots. Not Tana, sorry. This is Tana. Unique with the cross shots. Tana looking very healthy. Very aggressive in the Inferno camouflage. And there's the 268. He doesn't see him. Gets a shot into Mendukasai. Wolfie and Mendukasai blocking each other. Whoa, it's a big hit. The 268 low rolled by the SDB. Pramo doing a good job here. Wolfie to kill Pramo. Tanner. No. Tanner escapes to fight another day. Look how low Chaos's HP is. Look how healthy even Steven and Unique are. Ammo racks to go down to Chipotle's life. No, even Steven steals the kill. Tanner picks up another kill. Wolfie and the 268 that I can't pronounce. Well, he's dead, so I don't have to say his name. It's just Wolfie left. Wolfie and Pramo now with 2 caps. Wolfie won't go down without a fight. Never say never. But Raikkonen will be looking to pick up that kill. He's on the long reload though. Even Steven can't get his gun down. Chipotle is life with 1 in the chamber. Oh, misses! Raikkonen! It's even Steven! Even Steven! Even Steven! Seals the deal. Unique. Just flying into the field of view there. Don't mind me. Just sailing in for the kill shot. Again, Pramo dominant on Castilla. Good hit point lead. Katsi, that mouse, really just not used at all. I'm not sure what Chaos were thinking, what the purpose of the mouse was. Not fast enough to flex away. Not good view range. Like out in the open on the mill area. I really don't understand. I think that might have been a misplay. Now we're going to Mayan Ruins though. Here's one I prepared earlier. Let's see. That works. Okay. Let's go over to Mayan Ruins on Strat Sketch. Okay, Mayan Ruins. We all know and love it. Your medium flank, kind of the A1 through to B2. This top corner. This is the medium cap. Takes a bit of time to get there. Lots of high terrain resistance in between. Some nice hills. Interesting bridge, stone bridge formations. In randoms, this tends to be where the action boils down. You've got the heavy lanes through to A. Nice long fire corridors. You can see TDs operating effectively from both sides. Nice soft cover kind of in these areas. TDs can cover A, provide fire support through this middle route. This kind of, and the bend here, very key. Not a pure line of sight. That's the heavy cap. B is the risky cap. Generate cap pressure, but get your tanks trapped there. It's a bit of a problem. Looking at the lineups, Primal, the only team bringing a mouse, lends them a little bit more superiority in the A lanes, potentially. The question is, how are they going to use that? The lineup for Primal, back with the double 50Bs. triple 140s. Hello, 2016 Twister Cup. It's good to see you again. Rain, Chaos, blue team, north spawn, Pramo, red team, south spawn, Pramo. Well, 3 140s says, you know what, sees ours. That is our cap. Chaos, only bringing 2 140s. They've really underplayed the medium game. However, both teams with double 50Bs, double IS4s, and an E3 for Chaos. Across the table for Pramo, they've got the mouse instead of an IS4. It's very similar lineups. Just kind of the difference being Pramo leaning more towards the mediums. Kind of like a more medium lineup in the triple 140s. They've got C. They're wolf packing away. Enzyme takes his route just a little bit too wide. Will he take a bit more damage? Ooh, Pramo having to anchor in and potentially... Will Rain drop the hammer? They will! Enzyme in trouble. Tanner coming in over the top. The mouse tank out in the middle of nowhere. The 50Bs. Fire support. Nice bait and switch. The 50Bs. Getting fire in. And it's Enzyme. Oh, Chaos with a nice iron fist. Might have this one. Tank killer. Oh, it's a nice gun advantage. It's a very good push. They've got a 3-gun advantage. Not a tremendous HP advantage. They need to capitalize on this as soon as possible. And the 50B, even Steven is the next call. That rapid burst damage, but soft target. He's going down. The E3 finishes him off. Tanner's the next call. Chaos, it's their turn for a comeback. They're 0-2. Match point for Pramo. And now it is 6 guns on to 3. They've got about a 3k HP lead. Tanner going down. Really nice rush by Chaos. They sensed the mismatch, they saw Pramo in the heavy route and they took the opportunity to burn down the 140s. And now last man standing, that mouse for Pramo. Legionary camouflage. Nice touch, but it's Tank Killer 15 with the final kill. And that was a change of fortunes indeed. And now it is Chaos's turn to have a crack at the 0-2 to 3-2 comeback. And yeah, that was rapid. And the Iron, they read the situation. Chaos read the situation perfectly. They understood that Pramo would probably have tanks in this area. They would be too slow. As soon as they saw the 140s on C, but then pulling back, Enzyme took his route too wide, took a little bit of damage. Chaos had the tank stacked here, and they knew it was like, it's now or never. If we don't push, we're going to lose the advantage. We're going to get beaten on map position, and we're going to get punished. And so they came in, and I think potentially, I'm not sure, but Pramo's mistake, I think they left the 140s here thinking the 50Bs would be enough. It wasn't enough. The focus fire wasn't efficient enough. And Primal lost guns before Chaos. The 50Bs weren't able to protect the triple 140s here. The 140s, had they have kept going, might have been enough. They might have escaped. It might have played out differently. But Pramo elected to leave the 140s here. They had Tanner in the IS4 coming over the bridge. The 50Bs. But with the mouse so far over here, they were always playing with the gun down. And when the mouse came in, it was too late. They were already down in effective DPM terms. So we're going back now. Swapping the spawns on Mayan Ruins. Pramo leading Chaos 2-1 match point to Pramo. Best of 5. First team to 3 wins it. Rain now with the double 50Bs. Pramo taking a bit more, I don't want to say sensible. The other lineup made sense logically, but it was risky. It was a dynamic, fragile lineup. Double 50Bs, triple 140s, IS4 mouse. It's an odd mix. It hits hard, it's fast, but the playstyle is disparate. Let's see. Chaos, blue team, south spawn. Pramo, red team, north spawn. Primal, double 140, W50M, Batchat 25T, IS4, VK72K. They've done something similar, but they've upped the ante on the speed game, and they've gone for C once more. Rain, double 50Bs, E3, IS4, 140, I don't know, Pramo, A7X0. He's already into B, uncontested. Even Steven will have a key role to play here in the VK7201K. And he doesn't want to get caught out of position. Pramo with a double cap lead. Rain. Well, Pramo know where Rain are. They know that they're somewhere around this little, well, this rather large Mayan ruin. And Pramo just need to set up a defensive grid. They need to be careful that they don't lose A7XO, and then they need to start digging their way in. But Pramo, potentially an error here. They've got 6 tanks stacked, A7XO in the middle. If Rain overcommit on A7XO, that will open up the flank here for Pramo. Oh, Chipotle's life takes some damage. He takes a lot of damage. He's getting blocked by Enzyme. Uses the rock for cover. Great hits. Amorax is down. Even Steven, the VK72K. Huge pile of alpha coming in. He's leading the charge. Heavy tank from Pramo. Pramo pushing in. And you can see here, it's actually 2-on-1. And this is what we were worried about. Oh, and another tank goes down. Katsi goes down to even Steven. A7XO is taking 2 tanks to beat him. Chaos giving the overmatch to Pramo. Pramo capitalizing. And this is Pramo winning the series. Manduka side to go down to Enzyme. Raikkonen takes down Tankkiller. Wolfie and the E3. 2 guys took far too long to take down A7XO. He was great bait. And Pramo win on cap points. 3-1. It's a rocky start for Chaos. And a good day indeed for Pramo. And yeah, you can see Pramo. That was a really nice play. Pramo, let's just see if I get this. They played even Steven in the VK in this area, nice and passive. They rushed, they committed a good chunk of mediums to C, got C, then flanked all the way back through their spawn to support the VK at the same time. And A7XO, kind of an unsung hero for Pramo. He went into B. That meant Pramo had the double cap pressure rocking at the same time. Rain were stuck here. They didn't have the A cap. And they were kind of in a bind. And what they elected to do, hold and try and out-trade Pramo here, didn't go very well, particularly the VK72K. That high alpha shot, great crossfire. Pramo just trading very effectively. But A7XO in the IS4, you see, it took Chaos. Chaos sent 2 tanks to deal with 1. That left them with 5 tanks to deal with 6. And as soon as they started trading poorly, and then with the VK72K, that pretty good armor profile, if we're being honest, barreling in. It's a good armor profile when it's got a bunch of angry medium tanks shooting from behind it. It was a nice move by Pramo, and they mopped up this middle area pretty succinctly following that. So that is GG to Pramo. Let's go and well, let me just quickly check now if the scores are in. Results. How many scores? Oh, we're still waiting on 1 result. But we can flick over there, can't we? We can flick over to here. Oh, we need to go down a little bit. Okay, so let's just. So those are the first 4. So these are the. We're still waiting on 1 more game from Tour 2. Rain's other team has quite comfortably beaten Pincer Team Scorpion 3-0. Pramo, pretty pretty fairly dispatched Reigns Chaos team. I think Chaos, it's not been the start of the campaign that they've looked for. However, on the bright side, they have got two of their toughest opponents outside of the clan dealt with for the first round of the round robin, the first stage, if you will, stage round 1. Now Vaughn lost to Eclipse, so that makes pretty much sense. We're just waiting for, it's the Hated versus, I've forgotten the other name. Hated versus Straight. And because it's kind of gone on for a while, we can expect it to be sort of around the 2-1 margin. So let's go back to the garage. We'll be waiting for the Hated versus Straight game to be coming in. Crimson Tide versus Straight. And let's pop into the chat. Blue Monkey Gaming. Sorry, I won't be able to platoon this evening. My apologies. Let's just put that in the corner while we're in chat. There we go. Sorry, mate. No tunes tonight. Need to go to bed. LOL. But Blue Monkey Gaming, I'm glad that you tuning in and enjoying the streams. At least for the NA server. The other ones are there. So I hope you enjoy that. Well, Gene David now. Is gonna start a Worst Players in Blitz YouTube channel. That would be me playing on PC controls. I'm sure I'm a contender. And Red Right Hand. Saying lovely things, which is just wonderful. Oh, we've lost music. Good lord. There we go. I knew something felt like it was missing, and it was a soundtrack to our life. But yeah, nice comments from the community. They make it, well, they make it very worthwhile. Let's put it like that. And also, if you can like the video, that'd be grand. Death Squad. Hey, man. Oh. Thanks, mate. You too. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Death Squad 0622. Okay, let's see. Do we have results on the match? We do. We do indeed have results. And the results from Tour 2 are in. Eclipse beat Fulton 3-0. Straight beat Hated. Crimson Tide team 3-1. Chaos and Clan Rain lost to Primal 3-1. And Rain's other team, Rain, beat Pincer 3-0. And actually, if we go back to the garage, one of the best, the most succinct ways to stay up to date with the tournament, go to your current tournaments tab, click on the professionals tournament page, and obviously you can see all the streams and everything there. Also a big shout out to Pixel Rage. He's probably tuned in very in the morning, very in the morning, very early in the morning from Australia, to deliver you guys a stream. And also it's Amonet has been doing a lot of streams as well. So North America's been getting some good coverage. But anyway, that's the streams. Go to the chart and you'll see the scores on the doors. Doesn't look right. Straight should have 2. That will update. Straight will have 2. So actually, this is pretty unique. All the other servers, we've had some teams winning 2, some teams winning 1, some teams winning none. On the North American server, what we're seeing is a definite split, at least on day one. We've got 4 teams: Straight, Rain, Primal, Eclipse, all 2-0. And then we've got 4 other teams: Team Scorpion, Sphinx, Crimson Tide, Chaos, all 0-2. So it's an interesting layout, but bearing in mind they've only played 2 out of 14 fixtures. So there's still 12 more games to play. There's plenty of time for teams to kind of make a comeback or lose the kind of the ground that they've gained. And bearing in mind, some teams have had some very difficult matchups this evening. Some teams have had some relatively easier matchups. So nothing can be taken for granted, but it's great to see the scene developing. There will be more games being played tomorrow. However, unfortunately, I won't be able to cover those. It's a work night for me, and I can't take the hit to stay up 2 nights in a row streaming, especially if I don't work on Monday. So my apologies. I wish I could. I wish I could be streaming every day for an A, but I have to recognize my human limitations and draw a line in the sand there. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. You know, if you're sending these invites with funny names, please bear in mind Wargaming also watch the streams, and they can check the room names and see who made them on the API. So even though I'm not clicking onto them, the Wargaming staff can still hold you accountable. So, like, do use your heads, guys. Anyways, it's been great streaming for you. Looking forward to streaming again North America next Saturday. We'll be covering EU Thursday next week, and also Saturday and Sunday next week, and also Sunday tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. Jesus Christ. Feels like I've got work tomorrow, but I don't. I actually have Sunday to sleep. And then I will be streaming again EU. So lots of stuff to look forward to. Thank you for tuning in. Please do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, blah, 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 blah. Hope you're enjoying the streams. Leave a comment if there's anything, like any kind of analysis or any kind of anything that you'd like to see that I'm not showing about the game. Or if there's anything that I'm like, you know, if you think the strat sketch doesn't add value, whatever. Your constructive criticism and feedback on the stream is always appreciated. Have a great night. Enjoy some great games of tanking. I will leave the screen on for a few minutes more for any of those coin farmers out there to harvest a few more coins for some crates. I don't know. My community service for you guys. See you all very soon. Rolling Swarm signing out. Bye for now.
Never reminded, never taking whatever you told me. I know what I could be, making emotion paintable answers. Tell me, is this what you made me? with light. Every time you bring me close, and you're thickening the ghost of you. Bleeding tires you've done. I'm done. I'm done.